Hello and welcome back. So today we are going over my Samhain Altar. So I've showed a little bit from my card spread I showed not too long ago. I still actually have the cards out. And that's just kind of helping me to remember spacing, so I have room for it here. But let's just jump in. So as I had mentioned in that video, I have half of this altar dedicated to Hel, so this is her half. So in this corner, that is a Monster High doll that I bought eons and eons ago. And I decked it out. Originally it was going to be kind of a poppet, and I never actually used it. I just kind of got it prepped and ready. And I just feel like that's her vibes, even though, you know, it's not half decay. It's fine. Did put a little skull on her lap though. Underneath, she is sitting on a jar of graveyard dirt I collected many moons ago. And it's from my grandmother's grave. And so I figured that's just a good little spot for her to sit up on, because the statue thing, doll, doesn't really stand or lay, so it kind of has to have something to be braced against, so hence the wall in that. Got a pumpkin that my husband gave me a few years ago. Up in this corner I have my herbal blend. It is my funeral blend, and I hadn't used the whole amount of it, so I just kind of keep it on the altar as needed. Actually thinking about burning some this year as just kind of an offering to the ancestors. And I'm trying to use up some of the herbs, so this is Mum's. And I figured this is a good flower for her, so I have that here. And then I have my first crystal skull chilling here. It is clear quartz. And then over here, it's kind of hard to see. I did a haul of this in like 2017. I bought this from a store called Good Goth. It will always ping your credit card because it bills from across the country. I think they're in like New Jersey or something. And yeah, it instantly always, I have to confirm with my bank within like a few hours that, yep, I did make that charge. I can order things online, it's okay. But this is perfect for Hel, and half alive and half skeleton. And it's her reflection that's the skeleton half, which I think is really interesting. And you might see a little paper up against her belly here. That is from one of the many, many attempts of Inner Temple of Witchcraft that I get to burn this year. Then got a pumpkin tea light here. Got another pumpkin in the background from my husband. And up front here is just kind of the working space with the cards as I've showed before. Coming to the middle, we have this purple candle. This is for Freya. And then behind, I talked about this before. I think it was actually on my Patreon. But that little moon on the other side is the sun. So I flip it over halfway through the year. Then I have my Freya statue, and around I tied one of my favorite necklaces. I actually got it as a freebie with my pentacle that I had bought in 2017 as well. And then next to her, this is a blooming tea that I got from the Witch's Moon box, again, eons ago. I've been saving it for a special moment, and I feel like completing Inner Temple of Witchcraft is that, and also my 13th Samhain as a witch. If you don't know what a blooming tea is, it is fantastic. You put that little round ball in, like, definitely do this in a clear pot of sorts if you can, because it blooms into a flower. I'll probably try and record that on my Patreon Samhain video as well. Then we got another pumpkin. My husband gave me 3, so all 3 are here. And then we also have the pumpkin candle holder. Have the deck I'll likely be using, which is the Halloween Oracle by Stacey DeMarco. It's one of my absolute favorites. Continuing along, we have my statue that is kind of a placeholder for Balder. Much like Hel, I don't have an exact one for him yet. They're expensive, so we're just using what I got. So on either side, it's kind of hard to see this, but behind the deck, there is a crystal back there. Similar to this one, but I have citrine points on either side. And then up in his lap, I have this sun necklace that I've had since I can remember. But that is to represent Balder, who this year I am honoring his death and when he goes to Hel. Then I have this crystal skull. I don't know what stone it is, but it has this beautiful like crystal points inside. I got this, I think the first year I was with my husband, and we went to a gem fair and I had to have it. And then lastly, this is supposed to be like an ancestor, I think, kind of candle thing. I thought I had the paper in with it, but I don't. So this all came in a set that was supposed to be for like the ancestors from the Witch's Moon box. So I'm just gonna run with it, kinda. So another stick of Palo Santo, which is fine. I still haven't even burned through half of my other one yet. So I probably won't use that one. But the candle, I might just work with what the rune actually means. Or I might just burn it for the ancestors. I haven't completely decided. And then, of course, I have my altar cloth as a spiderweb scarf. It's gorgeous. I've had it for years. And then the background wall hasn't changed. I still have my big wall tapestry my husband got for me a couple years ago up. And a pentacle. So that is my Samhain altar for this year. I hope you enjoyed seeing this and maybe gave you some ideas of how to decorate your own. Huge thank you to my patrons. I will have their names here on the screen. If you would like to support me on Patreon, it is patreon.com/nightwillowcrafts. You get exclusive content over there all the time. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I post every single day. And until next time, thank you so much for watching, and blessed be.